Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in this video I want to show you guys this video of Pastor Funke, her advice she was giving. Of course, I believe her advice was coming from a good place, but let's emphasize she is not quoting the Bible. She's not saying this is what the Bible says. She's just giving an advice from her personal experience or just from her personal knowledge. So there are two different things. So there's a difference between trying to say, okay, this is not what the Bible says, and just saying, okay, this person's opinion or suggestions. There are one or two things there that need to may not necessarily be the correct one. So let's listen to what she has to say, and then we address it as we go along.
You want to go and meet your in-laws, dress well the day you are going, but don't overdress. Go with a gift. You might want to go with someone, maybe your brother or your friend. When you get there, depending on your culture, in my culture, I'm Yoruba, you prostrate, your chin must touch the ground. In your culture here, maybe you kneel down or you genuflex, I don't know. Give the highest honor. And then take a gift along. It may be wine, it may be pen, it may be whatever. If you see little children there or people that are, serving you food or something, don't be so stingy. Give them something. Bless them. Bless them. I'm being practical with you.
Personally, I don't know. She said it's Yoruba culture, but I don't know what it is in your own culture. But every culture is different. But anyways, I feel like that may be a bit too much. I don't know what your opinions are about that. Because if a guy comes to my house for my daughter and he starts, well, it will be very foreign. It will be very foreign to me. Let me put it that way. But if you start dashing money, that's actually that dashing money thing. It's a Nigerian thing, no. It's a very Nigerian thing. I made a video in which I addressed it. That this idea of just dash money. There are some cultures where if you dash money, they look at you and look at you as if, are you okay? I remember one Christmas time giving my accountant money. Oyibo man. I'm talking about abroad. I gave my accountant money. Not even something, just small money. I was like, oh, use it to buy Christmas turkey or something like that. He was looking at me like, why would you do that? He was like, why would you do that? I said, oh, it's a Nigerian thing, it's the end of the year. And he was like, oh, wow, really? They are not going to take the money. Let's go ahead.
When they serve you food there, don't finish the food that day, please. Eat small, remain at least. Let something remain. Show your intellect, but don't be unnecessarily proud.
But in this case, personally, let me say this. Let me just put it this way. Personally, I hate food waste. I don't like it. I would do anything to avoid food waste. I feel like, I also feel like when you go to someone's house and they give you food and you empty the plate, it's actually a way of saying that this food is actually quite good. So I believe there is a poverty mentality, unfortunately, because of the situation of things in Nigeria. Like I was saying, if they give you food, I personally believe that finishing the food is a good thing. Okay, finishing the food basically says that this food is so good, I had to finish it. And secondly, when you leave something behind, that is actually pretense. And the people have to be careful about pretending about who they are from the beginning. I'm someone that I love food. I know they waste food. If I go to a restaurant, even in Nigeria, if I eat my food and don't finish them in a restaurant, I'll ask for a takeaway pack and I'll take my food home because I hate to waste food. That's one. But on the other hand, if you don't eat it, you just leave some. Who are you leaving it for? Or else maybe they have a dog and they give the dog the leftovers. In most homes, I don't know about your home, but I wouldn't let my family members eat anybody's leftover. So who is that for? You understand? I just feel like that's not necessary. So I think that's the point I was making before my camera went off. The thing is the poverty mentality that brings that thing about if you finish it, you go be like, say, hunger, don't they finish you? You are coming from a poor home, that it gives, you understand, it gives the wrong impression. If, for example, let's say Pastor Funke came to your house and she finished the food you gave her, of course you're not going to think, oh, it's because she's starving. You won't. You're going to feel like, oh, she actually liked that food. But it's that mentality that is, because we know that there's so much poverty in Nigeria. So that idea of, maybe they don't know, say, they're poor, maybe they don't think that, all these things, personally, I think they shouldn't matter. Most importantly, food waste people should finish it. If your belly don't full, you don't full. You understand? But if you still feel like eating it, me, I will eat it. I will lick it. Okay.
Intellect, but don't be unnecessarily proud.
Okay. It's good to be humble.
And make your intention known. As a woman, when you are going, advise that first trip, you don't go with a gift or something too big. Maybe just a basket of fruit or something, or wrapper for mama. When you get there, depending on your culture.
I don't know about you, but in my culture, you don't bring gift to anybody the first visit. But I don't know. Maybe you can let us know. We're all learning. You can leave it in the comment section. Don't forget, this is not we're not talking about, this is not preaching. She's not preaching and saying the Bible said. We're just discussing generally about, meeting people.
In my culture, we kneel to greet elders. As a Yoruba girl, you will kneel down and remain on your knees, and you will let your eyes look down. It's not that you'll be staring at the mama and the baba and everybody there.
This one personally, I think the image here, or the image that is how do I say, she's trying to teach the lady to portray is, oh, I am very humble, I am very this, I am very that, I'm very, my worry is where people begin to pretend. Because if people pretend what they are not, it will still come out later. So it's better for people to go there the way they are. If they are going to be accepted, let them be accepted the right way, than to pretend and later come and show their bad character. If they are disrespectful ladies, later the real disrespectful part of them begin to show. That is where it's very tricky, things like this. And then I don't see anything wrong in looking at people in the face. But she said it's Yoruba culture. Do you understand? I don't see anything wrong in that. When you interact with people, now face to face now. I don't know, you guys can always correct me in the comment section, but I believe, forget about Nigeria, African, Oyibo, whatever, on a normal day, if you're meeting people, one of the things we meet, or the first thing we actually meet when we meet people is their face. You understand? Face to face, eye to eye. But somehow, some people interpret humility as in, oh, I don't want to look up. I don't know. I'm just saying. It just, anyways.
Let them tell you to stand up before you stand up. Even if you're an extrovert, please pretend.
Even in the video, you can see some of the ladies there. Their face is not straight at all. I don't know if they are agreeing with it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Stand up. Ah, my daughter, stand up. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Okay? So you stand up. When you get inside, sit on the very first seat. Don't walk around, the length of the house. Just enter and sit down. When you sit down, you may not realize they may be watching you through the keyhole. Remember, what you wear will not be something you'll be looking for scarf and be pushing like this, and then one high heel shoe that you are shaking. No. Be as comfortable as possible. Not that your cleavage, everything is opening.
Okay, now, I feel like when it comes to dressing modestly, I personally do not like the idea of ladies pretending the first day about modest dressing. You understand? Because if, for example, okay, at the end of the day, now your husband will decide when they marry you. You understand? His parents may be like, don't marry this girl. Look at the sign I saw. The way she dressed, the way they can point fingers at some things. And their son may look at it and be like, it's actually true. There are guys that have said it that, when my mother met the lady I wanted to marry, there was something my mother said. And that thing, when she said it, I was like, wow. That made me realize that, and it has worked out being that the mother or father spotted something. Right? And there are some cases where family can just say, I don't like that girl. I don't, no matter what she does. And the guy will still have to decide if he wants to go ahead or not. But the idea of coaching people to pretend to be what they are not. If a girl is already miniskirt wearer, if she now goes that day and pretends to be a modest dresser, I personally do not think you should advise people to pretend to dress modestly. Because who they are will still come out. So disguising to be something else, I am not a fan of that. Let people turn up the way that they really are, and let the family see from day one who their daughter or their son is marrying. Let's not forget that some guys have gone on the first day, and there are, let me tell you, there are some horrible guys that they will pass that first test like that. When I say that first test, because when families meet, they are testing people and say, okay, let's see the way he behaves, let's see what she does, let's see what. There are people that are, you understand, parents are typically. So, but there are some guys that are very good. Charisma, they get them. Everything, they get them. Good behavior, dobale, everything. But at the end of the day, the real who they are will be disguised. That your daughter or your son end up going home or end up forming a home with someone that is horrible. But they were great at passing that initial test. So trying to coach people to be what they are not is where I find it a bit, you understand. We need to be careful not to encourage people to pretend about who they are. Let them go the way they are. So if you're a girl that wears exposing boobies, everything, it's who they are. So what's the point in family seeing them on the first day as a modest dresser and later on see the other side that they never knew existed? You understand? You know, let's not forget, marriage is not one day, it's forever. You understand? So why be in one way? Why be one way on that first day and then forever the real you comes out? Let's hear what else she had to say. I'm saying it again. Oh, she's not preaching. Fine, she's on the pulpit or whatever, but she did not say the Bible said. This is her speaking her opinion.
Not that your cleavage, everything is opening. If you must look around, turn your eyes, not your head.
Sorry, how do you do that? Turn your eyes, not your head. So, sorry, I'm already laughing. So you're sitting like this, right? And then you want to look around. You do like this. You do like this. And do, excuse me. You do. I'm laughing. It reminds me of bombastic side eye. You'll not be like this. Like, why? Why can't you turn around? What is wrong in just turning your head and look? What, like how? Come on now. What, I want to know, what is the problem with turn around and what? Okay.
If they ask you any question, answer briefly. Where are you from? Well, you're in another state of Nigeria. Just, you know, as calmly as possible. If they are discussing or the TV is on, don't open your mouth and say, ah, you see Obasanjo? Oh my God, you know. Shh. Sit in Umbu now. I voted. Did you vote that day, Mama? You know. I know you will not finish food if they serve you, but please, if the meat is tough, don't pull it. Just leave it like that. You know?
Somebody like me where they talk. I sabi talk. So people that are meeting me the first day, I may not say a lot if you're meeting for the first day. That's the funny thing. There's people that have met me, they will say, oh, she's a snob, she doesn't talk. Depends on how I feel. I can be very comfortable. If I'm comfortable, I will speak. If I don't speak, it's a sign that I'm not comfortable. So if you want to know the real me, I better be my, you understand? So if on that day, somebody like me would come there and I'm like this, pretend that I can't speak, and then later on you not see me on YouTube. Later on the family will not see me on YouTube like this, with my mouth bang bang bang. They will be like, eh, so she pretended to be. Of course you're not going to go there and take over the conversation or whatever, but I feel like, oh, you know, yeah, you know, just be yourself. That's how I feel. Oh, at the end of the day, I want people to always separate between when somebody is actually preaching and when somebody is just, you know, teaching, teaching on a normal day and giving advice and suggestions. She did not say the Bible said, so you can't drag her for this. She's not preaching the Bible. And I like the fact that she emphasized that in her culture, this, in her culture, that. So it doesn't apply to everybody because all cultures are different. But I think the main thing I want to bring out of it is that I personally believe that you should be yourself. Of course, you should not be disrespectful. You can't go there and take over a conversation like they're talking and you become you understand? But be yourself and relax, because the you that they meet today is the you that they have forever. So I just feel like if we're not careful, it can go between like pretending and faking and all of that, and then later on you now show the real you, and that is where a lot of problems can start. Because like, the day when we meet this girl, we thought she was it. The day the guy came to marry our daughter, we thought, you understand? So let's not pretend to be who we're not. As always, that's how I feel about it. She shared her opinion and I'm sharing my opinion, and whatever yours is, please leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye bye.